In today's video, we're looking at Grok AI to create information products to build fast and get paid faster. Build an information product usually starts like what you see right here. A blank page and that evil little cursor just blinking at you. Even when you get to the point where you have decided on the topic, the ultimate Notion setup for freelance writers. This is going to be my information product that I'm going to build. Chapter 1, 3 sections. Chapter 2, 3 sections. Where do you go from there? That's where Grok comes in. Grok, it's sitting here. It is blinking at you as well. There's a link in the description. What I have done is I put together, using my prompt psyops philosophy of effortless creation blueprint, or the effortless creation blueprint, 3 AI prompts that build your information product while most people are still hitting snooze. The focus being here, it's truly not about faster. It's truly about focus. And when you focus on what matters, which is getting past the point of moving past this problem that you have, where you're just sitting there staring at that cursor, blinking at you, almost mocking you on that blank page. And then you power through and you actually start creating that outline. And you go back and you're like, okay, I have this outline. Let me focus here and just take a look at chapter 2. We go back to this lead magnet. There's a link in the description. I put together this lead magnet for you that breaks all this down and how you can actually just dive in and get started with this first framework, which is the rapid expansion blueprint, turning outlines into assets. You're just simply going to take this prompt right here and you're going to copy this. I've laid it all out here for you to copy and paste. Link in the description. Grab this. You'll get the first framework because you have this blank screen. Or like I said, you've moved past that and you have an outline. You're getting started, but maybe now you're just sort of stuck saying, well, what's this going to look like? You're going to go to Grok and you're just going to paste in this prompt and it's going to give you a starting point. And it actually starts to put something on the page for you. Now, understand that this isn't a copy and paste, make $1 million idea. This is, look, now we have something. We have something different. We're moving past this. We're moving past the point of saying, okay, I really want to focus in on getting writing. I know what I want to say, but I just need something to get me going. There was a movie one time about a writer and he didn't ever start writing. So he would take, or he couldn't ever get started writing. So he would take somebody else's work and then he would just start typing on his typewriter and finish the thought based upon what they were writing, or just start typing what they'd already written. And then he moved into writing his own words. That's really where we're at right now. And with this prompt, you can see here now we have words on the page. We have words that are required to start building fast, to get paid faster when we're trying to create this information product to solve a problem for people. And in chapter 2, we're looking at mastering client management with Notion. It gives you sections about, or breaks down the sections that you came up with already, or maybe the AI came up with it for you. And you're reading these sections, you're saying, okay, these are great starting points. But also check out what this prompt has done for you. It's connected section 2.3. It's connecting the sections. So you have these written out and it wrote this section here for you, managing deadlines in Notion. And it gave you a starting point, and now it's giving you a connector to section 2.3 to build a client connection hub. So you go back and you actually read that if you were to read through this. And Notion is just an example. It's something, a jumping off point to give you sort of a place to look at and say, okay, if I was writing about Notion or going to create an information product, it starts with writing down what I know about mastering client management and then putting it into this section 2.2 and then connecting section 2.2 to section 2.3. And then check this out. This is the power of AI, is just the ability for it to suggest what's next. Next steps for the writer: insert a personal story, add screenshots of a Notion dashboard setup. Yes, if you're going to create an information product on Notion, you're going to have to set up the dashboard or set up the Notion, set it up and do it to make sure it works. So add some screenshots into your information product, into a simple PDF, into a lead magnet, into, right? the product that you're creating that Grok is doing faster for you by giving you these next steps for the writer. That was just the first prompt right here. So now we have that first prompt, and then at any time we can go back and we can say, okay, now I'm starting to fill in, right? Starting to fill in what we need here in this chapter 2. I have section 2.2. Of course, you would, probably start with chapter 1, or maybe you want to write in reverse. That's really up to you to decide. But Grok in this case is now connected section 2.2 to section 2.3. So then we go back and we say, okay, we have utilized framework 1, the rapid expansion blueprint for turning outlines into assets, and it's moved us past that blank page stare. It's broke us free from just staring at the screen. And we move on to framework number 2, and we're saying, okay, now that we have something to look at, we have this connection made, where we have these paragraphs, these sections where we can start reading and then build off of this, right? Take that momentum and build and go forward. We look at framework number 2, the beginner brilliance method, expertise made easy, because you're trying to simplify this for the people that have a problem. So this prompt, you can see here, it starts off, act as a friendly expert teacher who explains complex text concepts in simple, relatable, and inspiring ways, and it gives Grok a task. And we're just going to copy that. Again, there's a link in the description. You can grab all 3 of these prompts, the prompt psyops philosophy, in this case, the effortless creation blueprint. You're going to go back to Grok, and most likely, let's just go back to another conversation to start this off, to just say, maybe this is the step you're at, right? Maybe you have sort of outlined and you've written what you know. You just want to explain, or you want AI to help you explain the concept of setting up a task dashboard in Notion for these freelance writers, but doing it as if you were teaching a complete beginner, because sometimes when you're a little more advanced, you need to see it. You need to see it through the eyes, through the lens of a beginner. So in this case, you're having the AI to back up for you and say, we're going to start and we're going to break this down, this complex task, down into simple tasks. So setting up the task dashboard in Notion for freelance writers. What's a task dashboard anyway? And then a relatable analogy. And you may not have put these together because you're a little too far into it and you're out there and you're going, well, they would already know what a task dashboard is. Maybe, maybe not, right? While you'll love a task, why you'll love a task dashboard. Remember who you're talking to, but also step back and, give them a little inspiration about, hey, why you need a task dashboard, why you're going to love it. And then let me give you a quick story, right? Let me break this down and tell you a little bit about how Sarah and how she nailed her finance game. Don't just make stuff up. But that's what the AI is doing, but it is a starting point for you to get going. It's a place for you to focus, to move faster. Once you have focus, things are going to start going faster. Then check this out. After it built a relatable story and related what it is you're trying to accomplish, which for you is to help people get to this point, how to build your task dashboard in Notion, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, tips to keep it simple and effective. Start small, update daily, celebrate wins. 3 simple first steps to start right now. Okay? This prompt has moved you past this point where you were going, you know what? I want to create an information product. You know what? I decided I want to create an information product, or I want to create the ultimate Notion setup for freelance writers. I've come up with a target audience for a specific problem, and I'm going to solve it using Notion. I have chapter 1, chapter 2 in 3 sections or 3 subsections per. We connected that now, and now we're setting up a building the client communication hub. We're building that, and we have this prompt that did that for us in a very simple way here inside of, and yes, link in the description, right? Grab these 3 prompts and work through these frameworks to go past staring at that blank screen. And again, other people are going to stare at this blank screen, they're going to give up, or they're not even out of bed yet, right? They're still pounding on that snooze button. You're over here actually using Grok, and you're moving forward with these frameworks. And now you're saying, you know what? Let's actually take some ideas or some bullet points and turn that into a checklist. Now we're creating actionable content inside of our product, and we're doing that just by simply grabbing this prompt, copying it right here, going back to Grok, and we'll go ahead and click Grok and open up a new prompt right here. But inside the same conversation is typically how you would build on these. I just want to show you, how effective this is to copy and paste these prompts to move past. And you can see it's already writing that versus this. When you're here and you're staring at the blank screen and then you power your way to this to actually getting to starting an outline, and then you know that you could go to this where you can create a quick action checklist for freelance writers, you may want to start here. Just write out a few bullet points, have Grok create you a quick action checklist for those freelance writers. This could easily be a lead magnet to get the ball rolling, right? Because all the other things that you know that you need to do as a information product creator or as a marketer, as a person that's focused on creating information products, knowing you're going to market it, this quick action checklist for freelance writers that Grok just created for you with this prompt PsyOps prompt that I'm giving you for free. Now you have something to build on. You're no longer staring at this blank screen. Now you have this checklist. Set up a client intake form in Notion. Create a contract and invoice template. Build a shared project dashboard. Here is a momentum tip, right? Now you're getting inspiration. You're feeling the momentum. You're moving forward, right? Things are starting to happen faster for you because you found your focus. And then also there is a little level up suggestion here from the AI, from Grok. Add a welcome packet page in Notion in your dashboard with a fun intro, about you, FAQ, and a quick video. So now you're looking at this going, oh, this is more information and more fuel for the fire that is starting to burn, all right, for me to create this information product with these 3 simple prompts that take me from this to actually having this checklist ready to rock and roll based on, if I've gotten to the point. If not, Grok can do this for you too. But what you want to focus on is understanding that you can go deep and dominate if you utilize this prompt psyops philosophy of understanding that you just need to build on. You need to build on momentum moving forward. When your focus is doing it faster, it could sometimes slow you down. But with these 3 AI prompts, the effortless creation blueprint with 3 simple prompts that build your information product, while other folks are hitting the snooze button or sitting here staring at this blank screen, you're not going to do that anymore. Link in the description, grab these prompts, see how powerful this is, and check out Grok AI and see if it's going to make a difference for you. And let me know in the comments if Grok AI is working better for you, or if you're just like, nah, man, I'm going back to Chat GPT, right? Let me know in the comments, but grab these prompts, focus, and start moving forward faster. Thanks, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.